minutes already.
That's him.
Hey, horror fans! Welcome to the R-Rated Horror Commentary Podcast, episode 14. Tonight's movie will be Slumber Party Massacre 3. Tonight, me and Brian Lee sit down and watch this 1990 driller killer classic, which is the third and final installment in the Slumber Party Massacre franchise. 7 California co-eds are dressed to kill, and a murderer is, well, dressed to drill. And we'll start the movie right now. And when I hit play, when I say play, hit play, and we'll jump into the movie. So, 3, 2, 1, and play. Here we go. We're right at the Concord Presents. Slumber Party Massacre 3, 1990. And right away, I don't like it.
It's a very unexciting test.
This movie makes me want to, you know when you get these little like pots of popcorn and you have to cook up on the stove? It makes me want to do some of that.
I just don't like this like photo montage, man, because it's like reminds me of like some shitty thing you get at like Walgreens for like your mom for Mother's Day or something. But it's just like, and it's got the bad, it's like they're trying to rip off Nightmare on Elm Street or something.
Right?
You know?
Okay, I thought I was the only one. When I was listening to this, I'm like, am I watching
It's like creepy kid music. It's like, you know, what you would expect in a Nightmare movie. It's not like, it should be some bitchin' 80s anthem or something, you know?
Written by John Carpenter.
The original title for this movie, I guess, was Nightlight or Stab in the Dark or something, and they just switched it into turned it into the script into a Slumber Party Massacre movie.
So that name was changed after they filmed the movie?
I don't know.
Stab in the Dark.
It didn't give that detail.
It would be an interesting fact if they filmed this entire movie with the killer having the drill, and then they realized, hey, there is a movie series already out there with a driller killer. Maybe we can just call it.
No, what I think they did do is I think they said, we've got this slasher script, and like the first 2 Slumber Party Massacre movies were reasonably good. I'm sure Roger Corman was like, turn this into Slumber Party Massacre 3, and just make the guy use a drill as his weapon, you know? Because it feels very pasted on.
There's like no correlation. Like how the first one had the younger sister from the first movie was in the second movie. Yeah. There's no correlation with any of these characters from the first 2 movies.
No, they totally dropped the storyline of the 2 sisters from the first one, and you know there's no Vic Thorne, and he's not related to the. You would have thought there's a scene in the movie later on where like, you know, we find out the driller killer is like mentally. Like his uncle committed suicide, and I guess he was close with his uncle because maybe his uncle molested him or something.
Yeah, I think that's heavily implied that he was molested by his uncle.
Yeah, that's why he can't get it up when he's with a lady, you know, whatever. But it's like they should have made that uncle fucking Vic Thorne. It would have made sense. Like,
that would have been an interesting twist and made it all come together.
So this is definitely got to be like the VHS because it's in the. What do you call it? The old format?
It was like 4:8 or something like that, aspect ratio.
Yeah, the old school VHS aspect ratio. But I'm sure the cut's the same, so.
For the tube TVs.
And even if it's not, I mean, it's not really going to matter that much, trust me, because this movie is not it's not that important to worry about.
It does not matter.
I honestly think this movie should have won an Oscar.
Oh, yeah, Razzie, at least. So yeah,
it would jump right in, and here's a guy on the beach in black clothing. He definitely doesn't stand out.
Oh no, he's fucking goth.
I love that nobody else is on this beach.
Wow. Yeah, apparently they shot this in like the dead of January, and I'm sure they did it. It was like really cold. I'm sure they did it so there wouldn't be more people on the beach. They could just shoot. Be easier, but
they're all freezing right now.
I mean, but it's in California, so how cold could it really be?
Like
true.
What?
It's
they say it's freezing. It's probably like 60, 65. Yeah. You know,
temperature it is right now in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's not like the fucking Lake Lake Michigan and fucking Chicago or something.
I am so tempted to just go out west just because I'm like warmer weather.
So what do you guys think of this batch of babes?
I like this one in the black bikini. You know, I like that she's got definitely a push-up bikini on. I don't know how usual that is for ladies.
Yeah, I mean, girls don't usually wear black bikinis to the beach, do they? I don't know. I guess they do. But yeah, she's like the central character, right? She's like she's like the main protagonist or whatever.
And there was the this little conversation they're having now is that the mom found her diaphragm like in her purse or something. Oh, yeah. And I was just like, wow, that's a real staple of what time period it is because no one has diaphragms anymore.
I'm just surprised that you remember anything they say.
Oh yeah, I watched this a couple times just to get it in my system. You know?
Good job, man. Good job.
I'm dedicated.
There's this fucking douchebag's wearing black too, man.
Yeah, but it's not long sleeves, so
that's true.
He obviously has ice cold blood in his veins.
The thing about the fucking weirdo, that's actually he billed as weirdo on IMDb, but the thing about weirdo guy is that he, he's like that type of dude that some chicks would be into because he's just like the fucking shifty looking guy, like the creeper or whatever.
He's mysterious.
The mysterious guy, that's what I'm trying to say.
And he's tall, dark, and well, I guess maybe handsome. I'm not really attracted to dudes.
Well, he's like the handsome Norwegian guy. The exotic looking sort of Norwegian.
I don't think he has any dialogue, does he?
No, he doesn't say anything in the whole movie. Yeah,
he's just in this one scene, and he's the red herring for the killer.
You know what they should have named this movie? Well, I'll say it later. But anyway,
doesn't he show up later, like just being all creepy and shit, just staring?
Yeah, he's creeping around the house.
Oh, okay.
Because he's creeping, but he also brings her address book or something. I guess that's how he finds out where she lives.
Here's your 80s hunk. That's in every Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah, classic fucking 80s hunk haircut and shit.
Yeah. And there's the one girl who's totally, like, falling for him. But at least we don't have the fantasies like in Slumber Party Massacre 2.
So, is it implied that she kind of knew him a little bit, or is it just some random hunk hanging on the beach?
Yeah, they, knew each other from high school or something. He's, like, a popular guy.
Yeah, I think he's, like, if I remember correctly, he's, like, the brother of some dude or something like that.
Yeah. So the chick in the middle, she's the Playboy Playmate of the bunch.
Really?
Yeah, she was like in '85. She was in Playboy, and then she did some videos or something.
It's like every one of them now. It's like I think all three of them had a Playboy Playmate, and she probably is the one that won't get naked because all the well-endowed women will not get naked.
I don't think she does actually.
Yeah.
I think there might have been a boobie stand-in later, a titty stand-in.
What would you call a stunt cock for a boob? Stunt boobs.
Stunted.
Stunt rack.
Yeah. It's pretty expensive for the 80s. $5 for parking.
Actually, this chick right here is kind of the cutest one, I think, and she gets offed right away.
This scene right here, this one threw me off the entire time I was watching it. Up until this, I'd completely forgotten that it was like Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah.
And then when this came up, I was like, oh.
So which one was she on the beach? Was she any of them
I don't
on the
know.
beach?
She was just some probably random volleyball player or something.
Okay.
She didn't have any lines or anything.
No correlation to the rest of them.
Nah. I just think she's cute as well.
Fair enough.
Her job on this set was to get a ticket and die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Today's the worst. Dear Diary.
Oh my God.
But you know what? I call bull. She had full view of that back seat.
It'd be kind of hard for her to not see a fully grown man in the back of her car with a power drill.
Yeah. I mean, come on, the little fucking 80s car like that. I mean, and plus, another thing about this movie is the gore is kind of disappointing. I mean, after the second one, which was like, the gore was like intense. Fucking chunks of skin hanging off the drill.
And the one fantasy sequence with the woman with the zit on her face.
Oh my God, that was amazing. I love that shot. You gotta watch that. You probably find a GIF of it online, but
yeah.
This is really disappointing shit, you know?
Yeah, like the second one is the pinnacle, I think, in my opinion, of the series because it's way over the top, the way over the top killer. And then this one just kind of goes, what,
Yeah, but the thing about the second one, dude, is that the ending really ruins it.
Yeah.
Where they're running around the housing projects or whatever.
The construction sites.
The construction sites and stuff. And you're just like, what is happening?
And the dance sequence, of course.
It goes very Freddy. At the end.
Anthony has no idea what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. In my mind, I'm just creating
we'll inspire him to go back and watch those movies. They're definitely, if you're a horror fan, it's definitely important to check out the Slumber Party Massacre trilogy.
It's the especially now that I'm actually gonna have some, let's say, free time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch up on a bunch of shit that I should.
Well, it's where the Slumber Party cliche comes from, pretty much. The pillow fights and all that shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, those are kind of like the best parts of the movie, honestly. But
absolutely,
get some cute. Like I always say, these movies aren't about the killer.
It's about the ladies.
It's about the girls in their underwear. It's a drive-in. It's a hot summer night drive-in movie.
This is.
It's a very Freddy looking house.
This is my favorite scene coming up.
It's a very Elm Street house, if you.
It just needs some girls with jump ropes up in the front yard. And
I know.
Complete.
Drawn with sidewalk chalk on the.
Yeah. It's some random fog for some reason.
This dude's such a fucking ugly chud, dude. It's like, how'd you end up?
Ugly chud. I've heard that one.
He looks like a busted fucking Seth MacFarlane or something.
But he's got the 80s going on 90s bad boy look. So I mean, he's the one in the boy band that's the bad one.
Yeah,
he's got the attitude, but he's got a voice of an angel.
But I like the dude from Slumber Party Massacre 2 better. Like, that plays the same role, but he does it in a more entertaining way.
What is it that he says, like, just stand over here, and he pushes her into the pool?
Yeah, that guy had personality. This guy is not very memorable. He brings her flowers. He's, like, actually kind of a good guy,
Most of these characters don't have any character.
Oh, yeah, they're all bland as fuck, dude.
One note people, cliches.
Yeah.
Oh, I just burped up chili.
Yummy.
Don't blow it this way.
Yeah, so please don't.
I'll try.
Still call me. All right.
Would any respectable dude drive around with fucking leopard skin fucking print?
Well, obviously, on his this bad boy does.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it obviously worked. It got him a girl.
But bad boys don't do leopard skin print. That's a chick thing.
It's his mom's car.
This is the scene that made this film. Right here.
This guy should have been the killer, man. This guy's actually creepy.
Yeah, it's like he is the red herring, another red herring. There's like 3 red herrings in this movie. And he lives across the street, and he's interested in their houses. Like, how much of a difference in the houses can there be?
Well, I think he's making an excuse to get in, because he's a fucking perverted creeper, and he wants to get in the house,
Yeah.
and be around the girls and shit, because he's a peeping Tom.
Yeah.
So, they just want to get in the space and, like,
I just want to see what it looks like at night, because I have a telescope.
Yeah. I don't think you would need a powerful telescope like that if you're across the street. You probably just need binoculars, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But now his little acting sequence here is terrible too. This guy's done a bunch of stuff, but he's just not good in this movie at all.
Well, you got to think about the dialogue and the direction and everything.
Yeah.
Is it for me the worst acting I think in the film? Well, let's call it eccentric. Acting.
Well, let's be honest. It's all bad acting.
Yeah,
there's no good acting in this movie.
But on top of all of that, when the slumber party actually starts, that one chick that they take to the backyard, and she starts talking, and it's just like, it sounds like someone who's just reading something right off the camera.
Yeah, off the cue card or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hallmark of a Corman movie, man. They don't really. This is not a fine work of art,
This is when the guy's just like, "Hey, Stacy, why don't you go up to the shower and show me if it works?"
I think it's one of the finest works of art because of all that.
Well, I like these campy, stupid, unpretentious sort of fun horror flicks. I like this shit, But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be a horror fan, look at it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta love it all to appreciate the really great stuff that comes out, but just know where it comes from.
Yeah. I mean, these movies actually do have influence, I think, a little bit, you know?
I mean,
they influence directors that make new movies and, you know.
Now, I know our quality of this film is bad, but does he have a pen in his shirt? Was that what I saw?
I wasn't looking at...
I can see a giant black shape.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
He looks like he was wearing a blue T-shirt with a pocket in the front, but it looked like there was a pen in the pocket.
Why would the pen be important?
I don't know. I was just like, why would you have a pen there?
What does that pen
Why
mean?
not?
Yeah.
What's the symbolism of the pen?
Maybe he's just prepared, you know?
Is it our obligatory shower scene?
Oh, yeah.
It's always nice, you know?
Gotta wash that punani, man.
Yeah.
It's so funny, my girlfriend and I walk around Target, and she's like, I gotta pick up something real quick. I was like, what? She's like, I gotta get my punani wash. I'm like... I like practically fucking high-fived her. I was like, that's the fucking coolest shit ever. I love you so much.
Surprise! We're having a slumber party. Let us advance the plot.
They're gonna have a slumber party and Slumber Party Massacre? No way.
No way.
They really, they should have at least like really amped up the slumber party part though. Like
in part 2.
They should have topped part 2.
Yeah.
They should have taken that at least to the furthest. Like made it some kinky shit or something.
Random dance sequence and pillow fight.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's really not that. I mean, they dance a little bit.
This was released in 90?
90, yeah.
Yeah.
So is that's the 90s, not late 80s. Fuck. That's weird.
Well, this movie was probably
really
filmed
the 90s,
in the
not
late
the late
80s.
80s.
No, but I mean, because it's like right there.
Yeah, I mean,
Because like,
I think sometimes
a lot of this film just screams like
honestly,
80s.
1990s kind of slips into 80s a little bit because a lot of shit was still filmed in 89.
Oh yeah.
So it didn't get released until 90s. So it's kind of like an 80s movie still, you know.
Is that the woman from Sex and the City?
I'm pretty sure no.
The one in the
Massacre.
pink. Seriously, it looks just like her, and she.
You mean Kim Cattrall?
I can't. I don't know the Sex and the City ladies' names, so.
Unfortunately, I do.
It's okay, man. There's no shame in it.
All right. I'm a Sex and the City fan. What do you want from me? Actually, that show wasn't that bad.
My favorite part about her barbecue is that there's no flame to the barbecue.
No, yeah.
It's too expensive.
But they have the flame fuel right there.
Yeah, they got the lighter fluid there, but there's hot coals later on, at least. No, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a sex... I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not. These are all, like, nobodies, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like it'd be funny if it was like her first
girl in
film
black
role.
has the best lines. Just...
Oh, it's such good acting. Perfect acting.
Mine are so strict.
Yeah, one thing about Maria here is that her fucking wig sucks, dude. Why'd they... I mean, was she like...
God damn it, Maria.
Was she like doing chemo when they filmed this movie? Why did they have a wig on her at all? I guess they wanted to have like a cool rocker chick or something.
It's like they wanted they wanted to have Selena's hair.
Let's see here, filmography.
If she was around at that time, I don't even know.
Maybe it was like a Samurai Cop where she got her hair cut like halfway through the film production.
Samurai Cop was in theaters for a while.
That's fucking hilarious. Dude. They just throw a really terrible wig on the guy and they're like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
You know, I noticed that in like I was watching Kindergarten Cop the other day.
Yeah.
I just had it on because I was like cooking dinner for Lex, for my girlfriend. She was coming over. And I was just watching it a little bit, you know, in between like checking what I was making and stuff. And like there was such an obvious wig on Arnold at one point, and then his hair was just like totally normal again. I was like, oh, he must have had come back for reshoot. He was doing like some other like Predator or something, or I don't know.
Best wig in all of filming history probably has to be Fan Forstick. What's her face? Miss Fantastic?
Oh yeah, though that movie was a
Or
clusterfuck.
Miss
But
whatever. Miss Invisible.
yeah, I know that was bad. I mean, it happens. I mean, it shouldn't happen in a movie like that. You should never even be able to tell, but
It looked like a half-used mop.
But it's like they just put a wig on this chick because they wanted to have a chick with long red hair, and they didn't, you know, like...
Oh, they got.
I don't know.
I like red hair myself.
I do too. I like real red hair though, not this fucking bad '80s wig.
I know, and obviously they didn't hire her for her acting talents.
Yeah, she's fucking awful. I mean, she's sufficient for a fucking Slumber Party Massacre movie, but...
Yeah. She's like wearing only a sports bra or something.
Imagine if Leonardo DiCaprio had been handed this script. What he could have done with every single one of his characters.
He would. I'm sure he would have shaken his tits around. But you know why they probably put her in this movie? Because she was willing to fucking do the nudity.
Yeah, or she was like blowing the. Well, I can't even say blowing the director because the director is a woman.
Yeah.
Maybe. Roger Corman.
I think Corman probably mandated a certain amount of booby action in these movies. You know, like he's a sleazy fucking movie producer. So I mean, he knows that when you have a shitty horror movie like this that's going to drop in drive-ins all across America, you got to put some tits in it.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, thank God that he put that in there, bud.
What would have been funny right here is if he was actually looking at stars this whole time, and he's just a very strange man. He's not like a scheming pervert.
He's just watching like a meteor shower or something.
And there's like a tree in his way, and he's just like on the other end across the street. There's no tree there, so he's just like, I really want to see this meteor shower.
Yeah, he's like, oh jeez, there's Halley's Comet. Oh, look, it's beautiful.
It's not gonna be here for another 27 years. Come on, girls.
He's just like fucking backed up and frustrated. Just.
I'd like to see more of his house, just like pictures of the girl across the street all in Polaroid.
Yeah, he should have had some like creepy shit in there or something, you know? I would love to see these movies get rebooted. You know, it would be really cool to see like Eli Roth do like a Slumber Party Massacre or something, where it's just...
It's over the top gory.
I haven't caught any of Eli Roth's work in recent years. I know he did that clown film.
I saw Green Inferno, and that was pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I mean, there's not a lot of substance to it, but the gore is insanely fucking nasty, dude. And there's a scene where they're all trapped in a cage, and this chick fucking sprays diarrhea.
But it was
everywhere.
like the cartooniest noises they could get. That's like the sound editing was so bad on that.
It's fucking stupid, dude. But I mean, the scenes where the guy gets dismembered and eaten.
Oh yeah.
They're bad.
They were trying to do Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah. He's probably a huge fan of that movie and wanted to do his own version. So I don't know. I mean, there's some redeemable quality. I mean, he's kind of fallen off. I mean, what was his best movie? Like Cabin in the Woods or something?
I think it's between Cabin in the Woods and Hostel. The first Hostel.
Oh yeah,
the first Hostel was
I'd probably go with
good.
Hostel over Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah,
I liked him as an actor.
The second one was pretty cool just because he honestly went through and continued with his characters from the first film. I was really just pissed off when that dude from the first flick got his head.
In the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I was like, no, he fucking won. He made it out. Come on.
Well, that's part of the horror aspect, is you never really.
Yeah, I mean, I get why he did it, but at the same time, I was like, come on, that guy deserved it. He earned it. He earned that win.
Oh, hey, have you guys ever seen any of the Sorority House Massacre movies?
I have not.
I will now.
Yeah, I think I've seen one of them, and it wasn't bad. I'm trying to work my way through these quote-unquote massacre movies.
Yeah.
Which is just like girls getting slaughtered, basically, just for our entertainment. But, not like most movies don't do that, horror
Best
movies
party
anyway,
I've ever
but,
seen.
just specifically exploitative movie flicks where chicks get hacked up or whatever.
Yeah.
I need to see those, and check those out. But anyway, my point is that the interior of this house is the same interior from Sorority House Massacre 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They just reused the same location, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, they probably just had like somebody's house location on like Rolodex.
This is probably like Roger Corman's second house or something like that.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I did look it up. It's not the woman from Sex and the City, but damn, it could be her sister. But
which one were you thinking of?
The one with the blonde with the pink.
No, I mean which actress?
I don't know what their names are, dude. The blonde chick that's not the main girl.
The slutty one?
Yeah. Well, aren't they all slutty?
I think you're thinking of Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
She was busy doing like Star Trek and shit.
Oh, okay.
Like she was in Star Trek 3 or something. She was already a big star by the time this shit was happening, so.
But But yeah, here's our regular story beats. The girls get crazy, get naked. And the guys come in.
This is the good stuff.
They'll be at the window and they'll go, look at the girls. Yeah,
they really do repeat they repeat the same shit from the first movie.
Yeah.
But I just like the charms of the first movie better. Like, I just felt like it was a better movie.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I mean, 2 also had its charms, but first one really was more of a solid movie.
Yeah.
You know, it felt more...
Genuine,
yeah. Absolutely. That's a great way to describe it. But this one just feels like a copy of a copy of a copy. You know?
Yeah. It really doesn't make any sense, like, why these girls are getting naked in front of one another.
Yeah. It's like, come on. Do girls do this, really? I mean, and these aren't, like, 15-year-olds. They're, like, 19 or something, you know? Yeah. Or even, like, early, like, freshmen in college or something, or... They're like, oh my god, look at my tits, oh my god, you know.
Guys, I think we need to get naked.
Yeah.
I think we made that joke in the first 2 movies, too.
This I'm not complaining for being on YouTube. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. There was I don't think there was any age barrier on this. You know, sometimes you can, when you upload a video, you can change it to be like 18 and over. Mm-hmm. There was none of that on this.
Because nobody wants to watch these.
Oh, of course, I guess you have to be signed in. Maybe I was signed into my profile. So.
They're just thinking, please.
But yeah, nobody wants to watch this bullshit.
Nobody's going to report it because they don't know it's on YouTube.
You know what's crazy, though? Is that I'm kind of strangely attracted to, like, the girl with the brown hair.
Yeah.
Like the sisterly type chick. Like, she's just... She makes out with the dude underneath the swordfish later.
Oh yeah.
I just because like she reminds me of the girl who was like your friend's older sister.
Oh yeah, the girl next door kind of thing.
Yeah, and like, you know, she walks by you and she smells really good, and you're just like, oh, it's like your first contact with a girl when you're like going through puberty or something. Yeah.
Now this is where it gets different, because in the first 2 movies they're just like, oh boys, well come and join the party.
Yeah. They try to shoo them away.
And these guys just... I guess I missed it. Did they bring masks with them from the car? They just found them?
They just brought shitty Halloween masks or whatever.
And there's your hot coals. When we saw the flames from the grill, you know?
Oh, right. Which they cooked no food on, apparently. At least in the first movie, they had food, they had Twinkies, they ordered a pizza. Well, I guess they ordered a pizza on this one, too.
Well, yeah.
Alright, so I guess logically they were going to cook food on it, but it got overturned by the killer, so they ordered a pizza, right?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
6. It's 6.
This plot is so, you know, it's so thick, it's confusing.
Every shot is so dense.
Yeah, right.
There's so many things going on.
Yeah, this movie shot like a George Lucas movie. Jesus.
I can't wait for the special edition. Yeah, get lost, guys. You're not welcome at this slumber party.
Yeah, she was just like making out with a dude like 5 minutes ago. Like, why would she be like pissed at him for like 1 second and then...
I'd rather make out with my girlfriends than a dude.
I know. Right? She's like, I'm just into these strip teases right now. Can you just go away?
And, you know, one of them was definitely dating that guy, and her parents aren't home. This is, like, perfect opportunity to, you know, get going with the guy, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean...
There's creeper guy from the beach.
Yeah, he's stalking. He's skulking outside the windows and...
It would be an interesting twist if that was the son of the next door neighbor.
Oh yeah, right.
And he ends up going over to his house. Well, if they weren't father and son, he'd go over to the house and they'd both be looking through the telescope together.
They're just they're perving together like father like son, just perv team.
That's a movie I'd like to see. Is like Teen Wolf Perv Team.
Yeah, Perv Team.
Or what was that one that was Charles in Charge? It was Zapped.
Oh, I love those movies.
Yeah.
I really like Zap too because that was on HBO a lot when I was a kid. So that movie sticks in my mind. But yeah, Zapped is still a good one too. Scott Baio and stuff.
Yeah. And just have that weirdo guy having the ability to lift up skirts.
Oh yeah, that's just like every adolescent male's like dream.
Yeah.
You know,
X-ray vision, being invisible, going in the girls' locker room. Yeah, let's order the pizza.
Did somebody blow out her hair, like, in between shots? It's like,
They had to get a different wig.
Yeah, right?
The animal kept waking back up.
Right. Is that order pizza, jeez. Yeah, I mean, they kind of follow all the same beats, but it's just somehow not as good, you know? Because, I mean, look at the first one. You had the two sisters and their relationship, and it gave them flavor. It gave them, like...
Realism.
It kind of, yeah, you can understand who they were because you know two sisters like that. And
yeah.
You know, I mean, we've all known two sisters like that or whatever, and, you know... It gave him more dynamic. These are just random chicks, you know.
And it's not like in the second movie where they're like in a band and they have those musical sequences and stuff, and they had a reason for like hanging out. And everything.
Yeah. You got a little backstory or whatever. Then these are just like random girls who like to strip for each other, I guess.
They like to show off their bodies to one another.
Yeah. I mean, girls don't do that because girls are jealous as fuck. You know.
And now the two other guys seem to have vanished for at least a scene, and this black one.
Oh yeah, like, this dude. What's he wearing, man? It's like, was he
like
just
a pirate?
He's wearing like khakis, like he's just doing taxes, and then he's wearing like a pirate shirt on the top.
And here's our first glimpse at the killer.
And this is such a weak death too, because you don't get to see anything really, and then he puts the for sale sign back in the grass, so there's like no blood on it at all. Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you impale somebody like a vampire with a fucking for sale sign with a giant wooden stake, there'd be blood everywhere, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very exciting death.
These chicks are fucking stupid, man. Heartless bitches. See, look how deep... Like, that thing was, like, 6 feet long, and then all of a sudden it's like 3, because half is buried inside of them, and then he puts it back in the grass, and it's just, like, pristine, clean.
Well, he wants people to buy the house, you know, if it's blood-stained. Or he's just like, blood makes the grass grow.
Yeah, right?
No blood trail or anything.
She thinks it's all about the dudes trying to get some punani.
Punani.
Yeah. He's like, what the hell? I mean, you think he'd be witnessing these murders and shit.
Yeah.
Is he watching them? Is he watching people getting killed and getting off on it?
Probably. He is a weirdo.
Because he doesn't have any more... Like, he doesn't factor into the movie at all after...
After he calls the police.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well... This fucking dipshit... Like, in what world... Oh, yeah, so this is Marta Kober, right? And Marta Kober, the pizza chick?
Yeah.
She was in Friday the 13th, Part 2. And this is... I mean, there was a long... I think there was probably, like, 7 years in between movies. But this is, like... Man, she really fucking...
Typecasted. Big time.
No. I mean, like, she got really into drugs, unfortunately, and she just, like, wasted her life, like, doing drugs and stuff. And, like, you know, I won't get too much into it, but if you ever get a chance, like, look it up on Google. And she's, like, you ever seen, like, Faces of Meth?
Oh, yeah,
you know? Yeah. It's just sad.
See, does she not look like her?
No, not to me.
You don't think so?
But I just know Kim Cattrall so well. But I mean, in a really generalized way, yeah, she does.
Okay, but I mean, I think she...
As much as, like, the killer looks like Tony Hawk,
yeah,
she looks like Kim Cattrall.
Oh, God, no, it's the pizza guy.
Fucking dipshit. Hey, at least he had some, like, creativity in his, like, breaking into the fucking slumber party with the, you know...
So, does that mean the girl's just, like, waiting out on the street for him to come back with the money? Or did she get paid by him?
He gave her, like, a bunch of money and then...
Okay.
Paid for the pizza and got the shirt.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why she's wearing his shirt now. It's like, how far away does she fucking park from the house? Don't they pull up right in front of the house?
Yeah, now that we're so used to having, like, smartphones and directions and ways and stuff, I'm curious, you really had to know... Like, where everything was when you were a delivery driver back then.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's no fucking around with with that shit. It's just like cabs, you know? Like back in the day, cabbies, they just, by sheer force, had to memorize everything. Now everybody's got GPS and shit.
Yeah.
But, she's like walking 3 blocks down the street and he's like stalking her. Except for his first official driller kill.
Woo!
Drill kill.
But besides the one in the car.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, and this is a neighborhood. This is the suburban neighborhood, just a woman getting drilled to death in the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm.
Seems legit.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's looking out the window. Nobody's calling the cops.
It'd be funny if there's the weirdo across the street just watched it and just went back to the slumber party right after.
Yeah,
it's like, well, that's weird.
Look at those polka dotted shorts, man.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
She got a sweet body. I can see why she was in Playboy.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one that was in Playboy.
Yeah.
She's definitely got the childbearing hips for sure.
I think her name's Hope Marie Carlton or something. Janine's the character name.
All right.
And she's fucking useless in this movie. She doesn't do anything. But
yeah.
I mean, she makes it to the end, but I think she doesn't make it to the end, but she lasts a while. Yeah. I don't think anybody is going to be worried about spoilers.
No.
Watching this. I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this commentary track, you've seen this movie before. And if you haven't, if you've seen the other two, you're watching pretty much the same movies.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much mirror each other.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the psychedelic rockabilly, I think that's only in part 2. Foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she kind of pulls the knife out jokingly, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she thinks they're gonna prank the dudes.
Yeah.
But this is like the equivalent scene to that little melted Barbie doll in the window.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the same fucking thing.
Same beats.
Yeah, exactly.
So that guy was successfully hidden behind the door, and the girl screamed, and then he jumped out.
Yeah.
Why did they? That was just really bad editing.
Yeah.
He should have jumped out, and then they screamed.
Yeah, exactly. And then he could have like dropped the address book on the way out or something.
Yeah, that was just some poor editing choices right there.
Mm-hmm.
He just likes to watch like your neighbor. I mean, that's a fair point. He really didn't do anything.
Yeah. This is one of those movies, dude, that there's just like no trivia on because it's just
there's little production knowledge about it.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I looked for like an hour. I mean, there's definitely fan sites out there for these movies, but they don't go into a lot of detail. So I guess they didn't really archive a lot of the information about the production of the movie or something.
Well, I think it was just they were cashing in on the name because the first two were successful. Well, for the most part. I mean, obviously, if they got a third one, but I'd say this was probably filmed in like a week or two. You know.
Oh yeah, easy. Easy, dude.
And they just, they didn't have that many production problems.
Yeah.
Because usually you hear about the problems over like the general good experiences that they have.
And I think part of it too is there's just nobody interesting attached to the movie.
Yeah. Like any of these people besides that one woman you mentioned earlier from Friday the 13th, any of their careers ever take off? I mean, I don't recognize any of these people.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even consider Marta Kober to be any kind of legit actress. I mean,
it's so obviously
that was her one claim to fame, but
yeah,
dude, this movie's so bad it wasted one of her commentators, man. He fucking clunked out. This is the first ever what do you call it, victim of the Slumber Party Massacre commentaries.
You'll have to put in like the on the card all the commentaries, and when he passes out, we'll just take his name off or scratch it out or something. So this is definitely not Detective Voorhees or Krueger again.
Oh, dude, they just did away with all that tongue-in-cheek creativity altogether, dude. They're just a bunch of assholes.
No, we're not gonna go investigate a bunch of teenagers saying there's a creepy guy hanging out around their house.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Listen, guys, we're not necessarily putting this movie down per se because it's definitely a fun watch, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just, we're gonna criticize it a little bit in comparison to the other movies,
In the trilogy, this is the weakest of the three.
Yeah,
but we need to finish the trilogy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like follow through is important,
Yeah.
If you really want to look at and inspect these movies for what they were and the choices that were made or whatever, like watch them all. Why not talk about? I mean, I would just as much enjoy watching this and commenting on this as I would like a Friday the 13th movie. I actually enjoy this more than I probably do Part 8. Or Part 9, rather. Fucking Jason Goes to Hell, Like, I actually enjoy this movie more than Goes to Hell.
There needs to be some background on this creepy guy. Like, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
What is his plan? Is he gonna rape all 8 of these women in there at the same time?
I know, it's so dumb. Why is he going in there? To, like, beat off in the basement or something? But, whenever I see that shot, it always reminds me of John Benet Ramsey because apparently that's how the killer got in.
That's the story.
The official story that they made up.
Well, yeah, we can't show, but we did air quotes when we said official story.
Yeah, we air quoted that. The killer, quote unquote, wrote the quote unquote ransom notes.
Yeah.
But
conspiracy theories aside.
Yeah, they didn't really think a lot about character at all.
Yeah.
They just very surface type characters, And they actually try to give you a little bit of a red herring to throw you off the scent a little bit. I mean,
a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you're like in a car and you're banging, it's all foggy, and this is just playing on the drive-in screen in front of you. You're kind of half watching.
Well, it's always the scare of the girls into getting real close to the guys, and one thing leads to another,
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, all these guys are in the party now.
Yeah, well, we gotta have cannon fodder for the killer,
Yeah. They'll never be as good as the one guy from the was it part 1 or part 2? No, it's part 1, where the one guy goes running out and like totally fights the killer. Ends up getting killed, but man, he had brass balls.
Oh yeah, those guys, they were just 18-year-olds or whatever, but at least they had the balls to try to get away. I mean, this is the same formula. They get lured. The men get lured away.
Yeah.
And then they die away from the scene or outside the house.
And usually in very dumb ways.
Yeah, they're just dumbasses, basically.
Let's have sex in this creepy room. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's kind of a smooth way to pick up a chick. How do you ask a girl if you can kiss her? And
at the same time, it's just like didn't we kick you out like 10 minutes ago, and you're back in here. And,
yeah.
We're making out, and then you just hear the sound of the creeper in the basement.
He reminds me of John Barenthal. When I was watching this, I was like, he looks like the fucking Punisher.
Yeah, I guess so.
A little bit, just in a really generic way.
He's got the angular face like him.
Yeah.
And now we have our obligatory sex scene.
Yeah, see, this is where I think the stunt rack comes in to play. Stunt rack.
Stunt rack.
That should have been the name of the podcast. Stunt rack.
Yeah, looking funny. But this is such bad quality, I can't even tell what's going on.
Oh yeah, it's just
I think there's a boob.
I mean, I actually watched a high quality version of this last night, and it was actually not a bad. It's basically just him, the fucking preppy dude, like eating her face with all these really bad kissing moves. Apparently, he learned somewhere along the way, like licking her chin and like
ew.
Yeah, it looked really forced and gross.
And you gotta think about them being actual teenagers. This is when your face is like covered in zits and you have someone like licking you.
Totally, dude.
Nothing but oil and grease and keratin or whatever zits are filled in. But yeah, they hardly know each other, and he's like the popular guy, and she's the, I guess, loose woman. And is this even her house? I thought this was her friend's house. I guess they're in the parents' bedroom.
You know what they should have named this movie, dude? Is The Preppy Killer? Because it's more about being a fucking preppy than... I don't know. I mean, does he strike you as a driller killer, dude?
No, not at all.
You know, he doesn't... They could at least get him some fucking sideburns or something.
And now it looks like the woman turned into a guy, and that would have made a much more interesting sex scene between the preppy guy and the awkward guy.
Oh, yeah, so she, like, reaches for his cock... And he just, like, I don't know, he just loses his shit. Right? And which, you know, hey, you know, that happens, whatever. But, so...
I mean, it's a good stunt rack, though. I'm not gonna lie.
She's like, well, there's other ways you can pleasure me. And he just looks at her.
I swear, it looks like the woman. I know it's not, but I keep saying it.
Yeah, I mean, she does in a generic sort of way.
Man, that wig looks like worse in every scene she's in.
I know, right? She's like a busted Elvira or something.
It'd be great is in every scene the wig gets just a little bit bigger, a little bit more frizzy.
Yeah, that'd be like a scary movie joke they would do or something. But do you think that the dipshit in the pizza, the red shirt, you know, the pretended to be the pizza guy to get into the
mushroom
house?
Head?
Yeah, mushroom head guy. You think he has like aspirations to actually get some ass?
I don't know. It's just like, is he like lonely? Does he not have any friends, or is he actually wanting to get in the pants of one of these girls?
Yeah, because it doesn't really seem like he's friends with anybody. Because nobody's hanging out or talking to him. He's just like the nerd that's just like
he's like
the hanger-on, you know.
The simple-minded guy who's actually like turns out to be homosexual in the end.
Yeah, he's not out of the closet yet.
Yeah, he doesn't even realize it himself.
Well, there's this scene coming up right here where, like, everybody's pairing off, kind of.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, there's me. Or I think that scene already happened, but, you know, he's just like, pfft. They're all like, dude, get serious. Like, there's no way we're touching your dick.
Ooh, let's get something to fix that. Just reuse.
She's like, I just got molested underneath a swordfish.
I need bleach to get that image out of my eyes.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's not dumping that bleach in her mouth right now. So I guess he went down on her, and
I'm gonna go take a shower, so
she's like,
you can upstairs.
still not there, so she's gonna go beat off in the bathroom with her plug-in vibrator, dude.
What else are you gonna do?
I love that plug-in vibrator. That's actually one of my favorite parts of the movie, or at least one of my favorite props of the movie.
Do you know back in like the Victorian times that men used to or doctors used to treat women for hysteria with vibrators?
Oh yeah.
And they were like hand cranked vibrators. They were like the egg beaters of vibrators. It was hilarious.
Well, the stupid thing about this, dude, is that they had batteries.
Oh yeah,
battery operated vibrators, but they needed a way to kill her, so they're like, well, we'll just electrocute her with the.
But she's obviously not going to eat toast while she's in the bathroom.
Right. We have to have an electric appliance. And it'd be funny if it was a dildo, you know?
It's not even hidden. It's like right there in the top drawer, right by the front of it.
Is this her house?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, is this her?
Whose
her
dildo
house?
is that? Or vibrator is that? That's like her. It's probably that girl's mom's dildo.
Yeah, it's probably been used.
Gross. Gross, dude.
I would like pubic hairs all over it.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. You don't fucking use somebody else's vibrator like that. Come on.
Or any sex toy.
Like, maybe this is actually her house. I can't remember. No, it's the other girl's house, right?
It's the one with the main girl.
Yeah.
Main
So, like,
house.
how would she know exactly where the vibrator is in the bathroom drawer? You know, like.
And she just decides
in the vanity drawer,
or decides to take a shower and a bath. without any permission.
I do kind of like this shot though.
It's a good shot.
You know, with the lighting in the background, kind of like a cross, and her boobies all bouncing and shit.
Boobies all bouncing while she's electrocuted.
Yeah, if you're not going to show anything, at least make it visually interesting to look at.
When she's dead center in the cross too, which is good silhouette.
Yeah, totally. With the shower curtain and stuff.
And then she'll be discovered later for another scare.
Dude, how fucking stupid are these chicks? They don't know how to like remove a stain from a carpet. I mean, it's just like they're like scrubbing it. There's a pail of bleach water right there. And then they're like, oh, let's just go ahead and like, let's dry it because, you know, everything looks darker when it's wet. Fucking stupid.
But here's the thing. That blow dryer is not plugged up. Did you notice that? There was no plug on that blow dryer.
Oh, it's not plugged in?
I didn't see a plug on that.
No.
But the vibrator had a plug.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's backward in this dimension.
That leads me to my question about the drill, because the drill would have to be a battery-operated drill?
Yeah.
Was there battery-operated drills like that in the 80s?
I have no idea.
I mean, a serious power tool like that back in the 80s, I don't think they were battery-operated.
No.
Because even the battery, I mean, even if, let's say it was battery-operated, there would be a big apparatus of a battery thing.
Yeah. That thing would be like 100 pounds, too.
Yeah, because those little motors like that need a lot of, like, even now when they have power tools like that are battery-operated, the battery pack is at least the size of, like, I don't know, like take a brick and cut it in half, like a lithium-ion battery that you would have to, like, plug it into would be big, and there's, like, no battery on it at all. It's just like it's like they took a regular power tool and just cut the cord off or something. So take a look at that pink towel right there, right?
Yeah.
So what color is it now?
It's blue. Whoops.
Whoop-dee.
Also,
they couldn't have, like, I mean, pink to blue is pretty bad. I mean, come on.
So the killer dragged the body out of the bathtub, put it in a plastic bag, and put it in a closet.
Yeah, why?
Why?
Why didn't you just leave her in the bathtub?
In the closet. And her hair keeps getting bigger.
Bigger and bigger.
Now, I'm not an expert on bodies when they get electrocuted, but I don't think they would bleed from the nose.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a no. I mean, unless they were, like, hit with, like, a power line type of shit, and it, like, actually exploded the veins in the body or something. But, yeah. I mean, a fucking small household appliance like that?
Nah. I don't even think it would shock you enough to kill you.
Yeah. It could do some damage. You'd have to sit in the water for a really long time for it to actually kill you. I mean, you could flop out of the bathtub before it killed you, I would think.
Because, like, a toaster, on the other hand, is exposed electric coils that get heated up by the electricity going through it.
Well, theoretically, I used to be an electrician in the Navy, so basically it's just whatever currents come out of the wall. It doesn't matter really what the mode, whatever the appliance is getting the current into the water. Once it's in the water, it's all the same.
Okay.
But still, it would fuck you up, probably like a taser, but I don't know if it would kill you unless you were in there prolonged amount of time, but
it's a good visual death of her boob.
Yeah, it's just stupid fun. Whatever, you know?
Not to get too scientific.
No, yeah. Not to get too nerdy about the...
He is, like, super dressed for this event.
Oh, man, he's super ultra preppy guy, man.
Yeah. O'Reilly.
Couldn't they have made him, like, a little bit... I guess they were trying to throw you off. They're like, oh, this guy couldn't possibly be the killer. Look at him. He's a good clean-cut kid with khaki, like, plaid khaki pants.
He's got a Rolex. Mm-hmm. He can't be a killer. And it's like, God, these kids again.
Yeah, the most useless cop. It's classic fucking, slasher cops that, don't give a fuck or whatever.
Well, even if they were a prank call, don't you still have to, like, investigate if they give you an address?
Yeah, I mean, just on the off chance, I'm like, if they had sent a squad car over and like even in the last movie, they at least sent a car over. This one, they're just like, fuck these bitches.
We don't like teenagers.
And it's like, what did she say in her phone call that was so prank college?
Yeah, unbelievable.
You know? Yeah. Like, oh, she sounds young. Well, she's got to be full of shit.
All the cops are busy in the California area.
Yeah, right. This cushy little suburb, you know?
Yeah, that's even more reason for a cop to go running down it because it's the suburb where most of his taxpayer money comes from. But once again, it's in a suburb. They could go running to a neighbor's house and just avoid the danger.
No, exactly. Exactly.
Why don't you just call your uncle?
He's asleep by now. He never heard the phone.
Maybe you should.
We have to do something.
Call that uncle that molested you when you were a child.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I'm going with you.
Zoink Scoop, let's split up.
I know. So generic, dude. I mean, I guess you have to put it in the context of the time. Now, this is just so fucking cliche, but maybe then it wasn't as cliche, you know?
'Tis true. 'Tis true. It's so great that you came out with me. Definitely not the killer. And now they're suddenly in a spray painted tagged area.
Yeah.
From the suburb.
How far did they run? They ran from like one side of the tracks to the other. They like went from like upper middle class suburb to like the ghetto in like
It's like down the street.
30 seconds.
These cars are like abandoned, the tires are gone, and it's just tagged up all over the place.
He's like, look, I can't just kill this dude with a fire poker, man. I gotta take him in to this abandoned junkyard and kill him with a fucking power tool. He doesn't even kill him though. He just saws his Achilles heels with the chainsaw, right?
I think so, yeah.
Like, why didn't you just cut his fucking head off, dude?
Because there has to be that tension, you know? Oh, he could make it back.
This movie would be so much better if they just dropped some gore into it. But they didn't. They didn't.
Had the budget.
Yeah, the kills are really, really weak, I think, this movie.
Everything about this movie is kind of weak.
Yeah, it's a weak follow-up.
Yeah.
Third movie. I mean, it is a Corman movie, so I guess that's what you'd expect, but they could have there's so many easy things they could have done with the story, or just by getting a couple buckets of, like, fake blood.
Yeah.
That would have made it better, you know?
Just, as soon as the gore happens, just do a reverse shot of the guy getting sprayed with blood. Mm-hmm. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, dude. Why didn't he should have just fucking sledgehammered this dude right in the fucking middle of his forehead. It would have been great, you know?
Yeah, just have like a bad paper mache prop of his head.
Yeah, dude.
Explode.
Yeah, get a small watermelon and like paint it pink and just like, you know,
just draw a little face on it.
Why do they have to escalate it to the point where they introduce a chainsaw into it, but then he doesn't even use the chainsaw to do anything fun?
The sledgehammer is a pretty deadly weapon.
Yeah, I mean, to see him get bludgeoned to death with a fucking sledgehammer would have been great.
And here you have the shadows.
Yeah.
The shadows would have been even a good little touch. You don't show the violence, you just imply it with the shadows.
Yeah. Totally.
And just have blood spray the wall as he's like going down, not going down, but coming down with the hammer on his head.
I mean, I do like that they had this fucking douchebag at least put up a fight, because it makes an interesting scene, but, you know.
I liked how this chainsaw was just randomly on the floor, sitting there.
Yeah.
Had a sledgehammer, decided to use his fists.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and it's a bad, it's a classic double clasp, fisted, you know, classic 80s. You know. So he's just, basically, sawing his tendons on the back of his heels or something.
It's not cutting off his feet.
Yeah, why didn't he just cut off his feet?
That would have been a good visual, too.
Yeah, I mean, even that would have been fine. I mean, if I was a murderer and I was going to kill somebody, I would just... And you had a chainsaw, where would you go to first?
Go with the feet. Definitely.
Well,
can't run away.
Well, yeah, but you want to kill them. So logic dictates that you would just fucking cut their head off.
It depends on what kind of killer you are, though. If you're a killer that just wants to kill as fast and efficiently, yeah, go straight for the head. But if you're one that's sadistic and wants to torture somebody. You make him bleed out.
And the thing is that this dude crawls all the way back to the house.
I mean, it was only 5 steps away.
I know.
This ghetto area.
So he actually fucking on his elbows crawls all the way down the street on the sidewalk.
In the suburb.
Doesn't go to another house to get help. Goes back to the fucking window and dies.
Well, obviously the police don't want to go out into that area because there's nothing but teenagers in each house.
Oh, I know. All these rich, tax-paying fucking suburbanites. Oh, no. Nobody's going to hear about that.
All the windows and doors are locked. Nobody should be able to get in.
What about in the basement?
Oh, no!
Oh God, there's a window in there. Give me that poker.
Oh, my God. There's a window in the basement.
Give me that poker.
Dude, how fucking useless is that fucking bowl hair-cutted fucking turd, dude?
He is like the simple.
He's a simpleton.
Yeah. Who knows how he got involved with these ladies?
I know. They just let him hang around because they're just
him.
nice girls or something. Feel sorry for him, yeah.
This is the real brave guy, the bad boy, who's now cowering behind the woman with a poker.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't you be like, let me go first kind of thing?
Well,
Give me
yeah,
the poker,
if I was in that
first.
situation, I'd already be like shitting my pants, but you know, I would definitely go before the girl.
Yeah. I mean, she definitely is the shining star in the sense that she's the strong one of the group, you know?
Yeah.
In a sort of like Nightmare on Elm Street way, you know?
Definitely. This is a very large basement, though. Nice high ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely could finish it and turn it into another room.
I know. Well, geez, look where I live right now. I basically live in a basement.
It's a nice room, though. There's kitchen and everything.
Who is that again? Is that the pizza girl? Marta Kober?
I think so.
Yeah. That's the only person it could be, right? Unless it was like the chick from the car in the very, very beginning, but...
Why drag them all the way there?
Right. I think it's Marta Kober.
Yeah, I think it is,
character. Too. You just don't get a good look at her face, which is another dumb thing about this movie.
Yeah.
You can't identify the victim in there. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but...
No, especially on this YouTube version, too. It's potato quality, so...
Jesus Christ.
Let's call the police again. They'll believe us this time.
Hello?
You know, even if they couldn't get a hold of the police, couldn't they call their parents? Any one of their parents?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then the parents would be like, hey, you need to get over there as fast as possible because you're all a bunch of fucks.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
I mean... There's like, 6 of them or something? Like, one of them couldn't sneak out the back door and run to the house next door. It's just so dumb. Look, he's got this creepy, like, shrine van thing going on.
Does he like, drive this van to, like, school?
Yeah, right? He, like, takes girls out on dates with this thing.
It's not even like he covered up the windows. We could see through the window before he even got into the van.
Mm-hmm. He just leaves the candles going in the back of the van.
That's a creepy mask.
They should have I don't know, like, they could have played that mask up a little bit more, would have been cool.
Did he lit all of these candles and then left to go to a slumber party?
Yeah. I guess he, like, pre-planned going to kill those girls or something, and he just like, made it into a ritual or something.
There's pirate shirt.
Yeah, right. Yeah, why? Like, okay, well, they're reading the script and they're like, okay, we're going to turn this into a Slumber Party Massacre movie. It never occurred to any of those fuckers to be like, let's make this the Uncle Vic Thorne to tie it together. You know?
It would be the perfect setup.
It would have made a little sense, a little bit more sense.
Even give a little bit of background information on Thorne, too, because we still don't know anything about him.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the uncle looks like Norm Macdonald, in case you didn't notice.
I just now noticed that, too. That's funny.
Hey, I'm in a horror movie. I'm in a bad horror movie.
I'm less of this kid. How about that? It's pretty wild. And even with this suburban neighborhood, there's definitely a cop that's like just rolling through.
Oh yeah.
Just to check up on everything. Just
to be seen.
Yeah.
Cruising, doing his job.
That's in every suburban neighborhood.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that happens in this neighborhood. I see cops just rolling by here all the time, just because they're here.
Here you go, you simpleton.
Oh yeah, he just he just fucking takes him out, dude.
This is the point where he's just like, I don't give a shit anymore.
I would have liked to see this little bastard die in some gruesome way, you know?
Like a drill to the face.
Yeah, drill like in one temple, out the other, or something.
That would have required more paper mache.
Yeah, right.
And here's the creeper actually doing a good thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll have somebody out there right.
Why would he be like, oh, there's a bunch of fucking like young women getting murdered across the street? He's like, there's a disturbance.
And the guy's just
like somebody's stealing mail out of the mailbox or something.
It'd be funny if the guy was just like, we've been getting reports all night. You're just another prank caller, and hangs up on him. And the police chief comes back and is like, what do you do? What is your job? Drill him! Drill him! Kill him! He's like, nope. Oh, what is this?
I know.
This girl's idea?
She's very
like,
not concerned with the fucking dude, the killer with the drill right now.
Why did you do that? That's not cool, David.
Like he just told an off-color joke or something. Or like he just punched him in the face. No, he's trying to kill you fucking retards, man.
It is isn't that a glass door? Just pick up a chair and throw it at the door.
Dude, you know if they just all turned on him and like jumped on him and held him down, 6 chicks could probably hold you down.
Oh yeah. Girls
are strong, you know. They they're not as strong as one individual girl, but depending on the girl. Let's say your average girl or whatever. You have 6 girls jump on you and hold you down.
One of them might get hurt or killed in the process, but the other 5 would have no problem subduing him.
It just never occurred to gang up on the guy and fuck his shit up.
I'm gonna hide in this room. He definitely didn't see me walk in here.
Yeah.
Pick up anything in this room. Things hanging on the wall, things sitting on the table. Throw it at him. Jump out the window. Oh, there you go.
They should have at least... Look, there he is. Like, he crawled on his elbows all the way back to the house in the window. But they really... I mean, I guess they kind of do a little bit later on, but they surely really should have gone into his dementia.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, being a killer and... I mean, remember, like, Vic Thorne in the first 2? He had that look in his eye where he's just total fucking nutbag.
Totally insane.
Yeah.
He escaped from the mental institution.
Yeah, and there was, like, makeups and shit. I mean, I guess part 2 is more of, like, a Dice Clay sort of crazy rockabilly guy, but...
And Freddy Krueger kind of thing where he's from dreams and...
Yeah.
The supernatural aspect. This is just some guy who has a drill and maybe got molested by his uncle at some point.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's so dumb. Would that have killed her? Couldn't they have, like, put up, like, a giant shard of glass in her neck or something?
Yeah. Or something where she cut a major artery and runs away and ends up dying anyway.
Well, even in this shot right here, if they just had, like a pump with some blood where it's squirting out and you could just... you'd assume, she got cut in the neck or something.
Yeah.
They do nothing. It's like she just... fell down.
She fell through the glass door and immediately died of a heart attack.
Yeah, right.
This locked door will stop him. Most of the time, in that case, that's pretty true. A locked door would probably stop him.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's not supernatural or anything.
Or just leave the house and run to the neighbor.
Fuck this flower.
End of movie.
Yeah, right.
He wants to bake a cake.
Yeah, these girls had so many ample opportunities to fucking escape this house.
Or, call the police again.
Yeah.
And they would just be like, I don't believe you.
It's so easy to, like, throw something through a window and then just get out the window, but...
In my house, there are so many things you could use to knock out an attacker or to subdue them. Or to just, injure them.
Right. I mean, these girls... repeatedly knock him out with, like, items through, like, I think it's like 3 or 4 times, and he still gets up. I mean, if he was some sort of exceptional dude, I would get that, but he's not. He's just some preppy boy.
You just gotta imagine, like,
with a limp dick, you know, like.
And just gotta imagine them in high school as just that preppy guy that he's not a jock.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like a bad boy. He's just that preppy guy who dresses in the nice clothing.
Yeah. He grew up in a country club somewhere.
Yeah.
His parents pulled strings for him to get into a good high school and college and stuff.
So now he's just got a drill and he's killing people with it. And it's not really.
At least he bothered to put some blood on him, you know.
Where that blood came from, who knows?
Yeah, I know exactly. Like, whose blood is that?
It's not his own blood.
Did he have a nosebleed? We didn't see.
He had a very intense Niagara Falls nosebleed. Tense moments. It would have been very cool if he had a moment where he was like listening through a wall, like maybe listening to one of them breathe, and he just drills right through the wall. That would have been
that would be cool.
A nice, interesting kill because he's got this long instrument that's purpose is to drill holes.
Yeah, the drill. I mean, they don't even say why he uses the drill.
Yeah.
You know,
it's one of the things where Roger Corman got this screenplay for a slasher, and he's like, I did these one movies, a few years ago with the driller killer. Can we give the killer a drill?
Yeah, he's just using the name.
Yeah.
This could have been easily like just him with a hammer through the whole movie or something, and then called it something else, and it wouldn't have been even. I mean, you wouldn't even think it was related to Slumber Party Massacre, you know.
Just could have called it the Slumber Party Killings.
Or you just call it like Hammer Massacre or something, you know, but.
Sleepover Slaughter.
Yeah, Sleepover Slaughter or something stupid like that, you know.
How did he not see her?
I like this little nod to the Halloween movie, you know, with where, she's in the closet at the end, and like Michael like busts through, and
yeah, you can open the door, man. You don't have to tear it down.
Right? He's like, I gotta break out every little like wooden pane in this thing before I get to her.
There's no locks on those kind of closet doors.
Wait, what did he say?
I don't even know. It's like, white don't lie. It's what I heard.
Yeah, he's stuck in this cycle, this loop of like, he hates women because he can't fuck them, because he can't get his dick hard, because Uncle Molester sucked his dick or something.
Yeah, he's just gay. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Maybe he's just in denial.
Yeah.
This is the one scene I thought was actually, like, you kind of felt the acting was decent.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, oh, I got sucked in for a minute, and then it just, goes back to being shitty.
Yeah. You kind of get a taste of his madness, and he's just like, I'm the uncle, I'm gonna love you.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been cool if he, like, started, like, he went split personality and started acting like his uncle or something.
Oh, yeah. Have a close-up of his face, just showing his crazy eyes, something like that, to show the madness.
Yeah, this director sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, not to put down ladies or anything, but she did not do a good job. I always say the female directors of the other two movies did a great job.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
I mean, not flawless, but good, memorable.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, a schlock director is a schlock director. But,
yeah.
But this is... I just see things that I could have exploited in this movie to make it interesting, even if you have a shitty script or whatever, to make it a fun movie that just don't happen. It's like they just never had the inspiration to do them, you know?
Yeah. Well, even with the...
And this is at the end of the slasher craze, so you should have, in theory, had seen all these movies and, like, had ideas given to you.
You can take from other movies for inspiration, because you at this point you know what's successful and what isn't.
Yeah, it's almost like she just read the script and did it play by play, and it wasn't inspired to do anything fun or interesting.
And there's no setup for this harpoon gun either.
Yeah, why is she fucking? Well, there is a little bit with the swordfish.
Oh, I mean, sure, but
why is she shoot him in the fucking leg, dude?
Yeah, you're point blank. He's got a killer. He's got an instrument that's short range.
Yeah,
you could be across the room and shoot him in the face with a harpoon gun.
But even for entertainment value, she could have shot him in the cock or something. It would have been funny at least, you know?
Yeah. And then he's like walking around for the rest of the movie with like the spear coming out of his dick.
Yeah, right.
And then he like rapes somebody with this spear dick. That would have been horrifying. That would have been horrifying.
You could have did another shot from behind where he's wearing his, like you see a picture of his ass and he's got the khakis on and the fucking other end of the arrow comes out of his butthole.
Yeah.
Or something like that. You know, it would be fucking funny or whatever, you know?
Yeah, you got the bucket of bleach to blind him.
Oh yeah, she takes she takes the time to fill the bucket up with water and put the bleach in. Then she throws it in his face instead of just throwing bleach in his face.
Straight bleach.
Yeah, straight bleach is the way to go. I guess a little bit of trivia I could find out about this movie was Roger Corman insisted on reshooting this scene or extending it actually. I guess she just in the original cut. Shooting of the scene, she just dies.
Yeah.
But they drew it out into this thing where he gets on top of her and molests her and takes her nightgown off and then kills her. But he apparently insisted on this being in the movie. I guess just for a little bit more.
Needed to pad the runtime.
Yeah, well, I think it's just to titillate the audience a little bit more. You know, like literally. But there's a goof in here. There's apparently like a continuity error.
Yeah. So he's trying to play to his madness a little bit.
She's just like, you can fuck me if you want, if it means I can live. And the minute she touches his zipper, he's like, nope, I'm gonna kill you.
Like, this isn't working for me, lady. You don't have a penis. You're not my uncle.
It's like everything, he functions normally until all of a sudden he's got to use his dick, and then it's just like, he realizes that he's malfunctioning in some way, and then he has to like murder people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she actually like soothes him for a moment, because she's giving him what he wants, you know.
This just distraction from the drill.
Well, I think he feels like a normal guy in the sort of like foreplay part of sexual experience, and then but when it comes down to actually getting your dick hard, it triggers like his psychosis or something.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's so fucking gross.
Yeah. I can only imagine how many takes they did this. Like, it's like, you're not acting disgusted enough.
Well, this is like a reshoot too.
Yeah.
You know?
The poor actress.
Are you kidding, dude? This is probably the best thing that ever happened to her.
That's so bad.
Life of mediocrity.
This would have been a great way for the killer to get killed, too. Like, the main girl do this.
Yeah.
And then just drill him through the dick up into his body.
Yeah, right? Do something interesting.
Yeah, there's no, like, interesting kills.
It's just so easy to do. In my eyes, it's so easy to do wacky shit just for entertainment value, you know?
Creative kills with a drill.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not fucking go for broke? And they just, I mean, they botched it, you know?
Yeah,
they got a little TNA in it, but...
Case in point right now, so...
Yeah. And this is all mandated by Corman.
Yeah.
I guess there's a scene where her dress comes back on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's cool. Yeah, because you can imagine that would hurt, you know?
Oh, yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, she's wearing the dress again.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. And they're just all hanging out watching while she fucking gets killed. Like, everybody else in the house, all the 4 or 5 other chicks, they're not doing anything while this is all happening.
Finding a weapon, something very large.
No, they're all playing Game Boy in the corner or something, you know? This is all happening, you know?
While their friend is getting molested and then murdered.
No, they're all, you know, they're all gossiping about boys in the corner while this is all going on.
Having a smoke break.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been good things to discuss while he was distracted, you know.
So they should have had more scenes like this earlier in the movie to kind of identify his character as this like loony fucking guy.
Yeah.
But he finally breaks and he's realized he's just a total fucking broken. He's a broken person, you know.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily even evil or homicidal. He's just broken, you know.
Yeah. He can't function as a normal human being.
Right.
And this is where it's getting kind of in the Don't Breathe. Did you ever see Don't Breathe?
Yeah.
Where he's trying to take away their vision as he's with his vision as well. So he's taking out all the light so they're on equal playing fields. I really like that about
Right. No, yeah, I mean, you almost kind of in a way almost feel bad for this dude, sort of a little bit. Just because you know he's sick, you know, he's a sick dude. I mean, he's not sadistic in the way that like Vic Thorne was sadistic in part 2 or whatever. This is just obviously like a fucking confused.
He's embarrassed that he cannot perform and has to murder someone.
I mean, and you know he was molested and
oh sure,
you know, and there's certain empathies that go along with the character and stuff, but I don't know if that's necessarily. I mean, I actually think it's kind of a good thing in a way, but I don't know necessarily in these kind of movies. It's almost like, I mean, you can almost empathize with like Jason Voorhees a little bit.
Oh sure,
in a way, you know, he loved his mom or whatever, and
he drowned in a lake because the camp counselors were too busy having sex. So
right.
He kills anybody who's having sex because that's what led to his death.
Right. So I mean, a little bit. I mean, that's probably the most character in this movie that you're gonna get.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But you know, you just want to. He's just a jagoff. He's a preppy jagoff. So you want to see him fucking get fucked up or whatever.
See, they should have been doing this where they're like holding him down when there were 6 of them. Mm-hmm. Because that would have been very easy to do.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, but he's just like such this like pitiful character, you know.
Yeah.
He's not imposing. He's not scary. He's not grotesque.
Let's just kill him and then he'll never get away. We can't just kill him.
You really can't just kill him because you'll all go to jail.
Excuse me. We
Well,
don't have all night. What are we gonna do with him?
yeah.
It'd be defense, but you'd still serve time for manslaughter.
Call the police. Watch.
Well, you could at least like tie him up or like put a heavy piece of furniture on top of him, something to.
Oh yeah, incapacitate him a little bit.
Yeah. Now he's gonna think about his uncle.
Uncle flashback here.
Mm.
Shit. What's wrong? He pulled that phone out too. It's kind of being funny.
These girls are really fucking stupid.
Yeah. If I was in the presence of a person who was trying to kill me, and they were unconscious, I would make sure they can't try and kill me anymore.
Well, the first thing I would do, once the guy was knocked out, the first thing I would do is be like, hey, we're going to watch him. You go fucking down the street to the neighbor's house. Yeah. Now.
And didn't the next door neighbor like call the police? And they're like, okay, we're on our way.
Yeah, what happened to them? Jesus.
That was just a subplot that never gets explored.
That's right, yeah. They just fucking, they never follow up on the call. Like, just, they went to go get donuts or something.
Yeah, there's like a donut shop right next to all the graffiti and everything.
Yeah. At least there's a little bit of fucking severity here, you know, where she takes the drill to him and she's covered in blood.
And you could have shown this, like, this is how you could have done all the other kills. Just like, you don't show the penetration of the drill. You just show the reaction.
Couldn't they just shown it at least one time? The drill going into the, you know.
Like a paper mache body.
Yeah, you know, I mean, a little bit of gore would have been. I mean, blood spatter, I don't really consider blood spatter gore.
Yeah.
I gotta see some fucking penetration, you know?
Right into the...
This movie is like a fucking softcore porno, dude. Of slasher movies.
Softcore horror.
It is. It's softcore because you don't really see a lot. You know, I mean, it's suggested violence. I mean, it's a little bit more than that, I guess, but...
You get all the horror beats, like the crazy killer and the...
But even, like, in you know, the worst moments of a Freddy movie. You see the knives of the glove go into the stomach or something, you know?
Or the upside down shot of the bed spraying blood to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Now she's just covered in blood and a red light, so you can't even see the blood, really.
Yeah. Well, you can in a better version, though.
Yeah.
You can see the blood real well, actually. Gets really washed out, but
yeah,
you can see it, and it does look pretty cool because she's like just completely sprayed with blood. But
so she finds a picture of the uncle in his wallet, I guess, or in his pocket. So he's always like carrying it around with him.
Yeah, obviously he's mentally damaged by this man. The little boy in the photograph is actually like the director or the writer's like son or something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
Kind of creepy.
Yeah. But you don't really see his face, but
we see no aftermath.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's Slumber Party Massacre 3 right there, and
yeah, no credits on the YouTube one, so
yeah. We'll have to do without the in-credit music, but
the creepy clown music that doesn't really fit the
yeah, it goes back into the stupid clown music. But yeah, so Anthony, what do you think of this movie? Oh wait, you're asleep.
Yeah, he's
man down.
He's very passed out.
So, Brian Lee, give us a quick synopsis of your feelings and then rate it out of 5.
Well, I think it is the weakest of the trilogy. I like part 2 the best myself. I think I was the only one who liked part 2 the best. Mainly because it's just over the top crazy and I like that kind of thing in a movie. This like tried to tone it back down, but it toned it back down too much to where they needed to amp up some excitement, some gore, something to keep the audience interested in what happens. Because that's the thing, it's just like you don't care. You don't care about the characters, and you don't care about the killer. Okay, he was molested by his uncle, and he's got some crazy fetish for a drill and killing people with a drill, but you don't know why.
Yeah.
They need just like an extra 5 minutes and cut one of the nude scenes down a little bit and just say he was tortured by his uncle with a drill or something like that.
Yeah.
And just something to give us some reason why we should care for him.
Like a one quick scene where he's like in a van and his uncle's molesting him, and there's like his uncle's like a maintenance guy or something.
Sure.
So he's got a drill, and there's like a drill laying next to them while he's molesting him or something in the van.
Just something.
Yeah.
Something to give like a reason why. He just has a drill. And
Dude,
kills people.
a 2-second shot or 3-second shot of something like that would have helped this movie out so much, you know?
And I just don't care about the characters at all.
Yeah,
So when they get killed, I'm just like, oh, good. That person's dead now. They're just a bunch of dumb decisions.
Which is fine, but it's like, if they're fun kills, then it's okay. Because they're cannon fodder.
Yeah, the creative kills with a drill would have been great, but there's not any.
Yeah.
So I really going to give this one like a 1 out of 5, just because I just do not like this one out of the trilogy.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely an afterthought. It was, thrown together. I'm gonna give it some credit for making $125 million off a $350,000 budget. I mean, kudos, but I mean, I think that was just circumstances of the times, maybe, or something. But yeah, this movie fails on so many levels. It doesn't have good gore. The characters are boring. It's not exciting in any real way. Especially by comparison, it pales in terms of like a good exploitative slasher movie. It's just bland. It's very, very bland. It's very cheap. And so, yeah, I have to agree, man. I'm going to give it a 1.
Yeah.
It's a 1 out of 5. So, I mean, even watching it with a couple friends is still kind of a boring movie. Not a whole lot of laughs.
No, not at all. No.
Not a lot of shock. Not a lot of, anything. I mean, there could be really bad slasher movies that still really make you laugh because of the absurdity. And it's not absurd. It's just kind of like your typical run-of-the-mill boring slasher movie.
There's no intensity. There's no tense moments. It's just like...
It's a copy of a copy of a copy. Therefore, it's a subpar slasher movie.
It's very one note.
Yeah, this is the lowest I think I've ever ranked a horror movie out of 5. So it's definitely a 1 out of 5. Now, that being said, I will say, watch the movie, see this movie, just because, you know, it exists. It's there. If you're a completionist, you want to enjoy horror movies, is that your niche? You have to see this movie. It's not. You could still watch it probably once and enjoy it. On multiple viewings, it definitely crashes and burns. You know,
this is like the 3rd or 4th time watching it. For me, and I'm just like, I can't wait for this movie to be over.
If I had been alone, I would have shut it off. But having the dialogue with you kept it going. But I mean, we this is the first commentary I ever had where we actually lost a person in the middle.
Asleep.
So
he's asleep right now, right behind us.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's fucking passed out. You know, deep slumber.
That's a temperament of the movie. Pretty much.
he was fucking. I think a third of the way through asleep.
Yeah.
You know, I think that partly due to the movie. So, you know,
we're gonna take a nice screenshot of that. Put that up on the video.
But we appreciate the effort anyway. So anyway, yeah, that's Slumber Party Massacre 3. Take it for what it is. You know, I mean, it's a slasher movie. It exists.
If you want to watch it, go for it. But we do not recommend it.
No, I would never recommend this movie if I was just talking to somebody about slashers and I was just drawing movies out of thin air. I would go. Like, for third installments, I would definitely go to, like, Sleepaway Camp 3.
This is
1,000 times more than I would go to this movie, you know?
I'm gonna go out and say I would watch Ninja Turtles Part 3 over this movie, and that movie is fucking awful.
Yeah. I mean, the entertainment value of this movie is very, very low. I don't really know how much more we can press that, but thanks a lot, dude. Thanks for coming over and hanging out.
Always a pleasure.
There's gonna be another movie with us coming down the line. We're actually, I guess we're going to branch out to another genre of movies, right?
Gonna try soon.
Yeah, I'm going to sort of split the reins off into another set and hand them over to Brian to do, I would say sci-fi and movies, or sci-fi movies, or sci-fi and action, or maybe, or...
I would love to do action too, but I'm going to start off doing
just
sci-fi, and we'll split up the different genres, different channels. So.
Yeah, so we're going to do a R-rated sci-fi movie channel, I think.
Yeah.
Which will be fucking cool, because you can take it and make it kind of your own thing, and I'll be involved, but sort of at a distance. I'm going to keep doing R-rated horror, and you're going to do the R-rated sci-fi and see where that goes, and yeah, it'll be fun. So... Keep your eyes peeled for that, and we're gonna launch that probably
within the next couple months.
Yeah, over the summer sometime.
Yeah, some point in the summer it'll come out.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for listening, and you know, I think the next movie is gonna be. I think we're gonna go. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be doing Poltergeist with Death Twitch.
Awesome.
Death Twitch. If you don't know who that is, that's Eric Harrison on YouTube. He's got a channel called The Death Twitch, which is fucking incredible. Really, really good. He agreed to do commentary with me, so we're going to do that next. And then I think we might pop on to maybe 1 or 2 more Friday movies until heading into doing a little break, because I've been doing a lot of these. So I'm going to take a little break, and then we'll pick it up again, you know, in a few months after that, and then do more movies, and you'll be back, and we'll do some fun shit. I think we're gonna do some Chucky movies, maybe.
Awesome.
I wanna try to get some Halloween stuff right around, you know, towards the end of the year. Sure. And I have a rough outline in my head, but you know, nothing set in stone. So anyway, thanks guys, and cheers.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Right on. Later. Alright, horror nerds, there you go. There's Slumber Party Massacre 3 in the can for you. Thanks so much for listening along with us. I hope you had a good time. I know that we did. Even though we had one bite the dust early on, we still had a good time. So, yeah, I'm glad you could hang out with us. And we'll be back next week to do Poltergeist from 1982. So, hell yeah, that will be awesome. Spielberg and Tobe Hooper collaborating to make a haunted house flick. So, Holy shit, tune in for that one. And yeah, as always, you can check us out online, joshjamescreative.com, facebook.com/joshjamescreative. And for Brian Lee, it is thefullbleedart.net, and Dan Donnelly at facebook.com/artistrecruit. Please hit us up if you need a commission, t-shirt design, logo design, comic covers, comic book characters, paintings, whatever you need. Check us out. We're always down to add another person on our commissions list. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So once again, thanks a lot, and stay awesome and stay R-rated. Cheers.
Rated R.